finished knife. Came out a little different than I originally had envisioned, but it's free form, you know. It's just, I had a fun time forging it. The thing that came out different was the handle. See, I had this idea I was going to do this sculpted handle, but it didn't come out so good. It was very uncomfortable. It was too coarse of a pattern, I guess, so it's not what I normally do, but you never know, you gotta try. So what I did was I went back, put some more maple on, and I just did an octagon shaped handle, which I like. I think that feels really comfortable. Black micarta pins, and it's sharp. So let's test it, and test it on some bamboo. Bamboo's really good to test because it's crazy tough. It's very hard, very tough. So that's a little thin spot. I'll just cut this thin one. I feel like we're doing them a favor by trimming this stuff. Look at that shot, baby. Got attacked by it too. Try a thicker one. What's that? It's about I don't know, a little over an inch. So we'll make a couple cuts. We'll start up here. I don't want to make it hurt with that. Hey, here's two. Here's two we can just chop on because they're bigger. I don't worry about the top. These two. Let's see if we can, this would be a better cut, I think. So these are big. Let's see if we can go through both of them. Ready?
I'm ready.
Tough. Go back and look. No damage to the edge anywhere. It's still sharp. So I get asked a lot of times, like, what is that knife for? What would someone do with that knife? That's a big knife. It's kind of like, wow, I don't use a knife that big. Well, I like big knives like this. It's really handy if you're just trail clearing. It's kind of like, it's not quite machete length, and it's a little too big to be a camp knife, but maybe it works okay for both, you know? But it is fun to go and trim bushes and clear trails, and I mean, you can go through as big of a log as you feel like getting into. You're not gonna damage this thing. It's built more like a really heavy knife than a sword. So it's not a sword, it's not a chopper. What is it? It's just kind of fun, you know? It's a bush sword, I guess you could call it. I haven't made one quite like this ever. Something similar, you know? This one's got a lot of taper in it. I'm gonna go back and darken all this steel up. I'll rust all this steel and it'll get all dark. Maybe leave the edge shiny, I don't know. But this is a fun knife to make, and it is very useful. It is very handy for clearing trails and cutting up bushes. Instead of buying a chainsaw, man, use a knife, get in shape. I mean, I've always had a big knife. Sounds stupid. Sounds so ridiculous. I've always liked big knives. I always like to just clear trails and chop stuff with them. You know, I find them to be very useful. I did not sharpen the back edge on this because I didn't want to cut myself. I'm not, you know, this is a fun knife. I don't want to make it stupid, you know what I mean? I don't want to hurt myself with it. And it's really easy to hurt yourself with a knife. If you're cutting, a couple things to remember. It's important. if you're right-handed cutting, don't step forward with your left leg because chop your leg off. I've got some friends, I just can't tell them any different. They keep cutting that way, but when you cut right hand, right leg, and you'll be able to cut really easy. There's a lot of technique to cutting to make it easier and to make it safer. So you don't want to cut, that's bad. Keep it tucked in, put it behind your back, tuck it somewhere where it's out of your way so then you don't get cut with it. But big knives are fun. You can clear trails with them. You could use it for a camp knife or a truck knife. You know, some people say truck knife, a big knife you keep in your truck just to chop down branches and stuff. I mean, I've cut pretty big trees down. We went with red. I think that looks kind of nice. It's new stain, so you can see how bright red my hand is because I just stained it today. So, pretty cool. I want to go back and darken all the steel because it'll rust if not. I'll just go ahead and make it dark anyway. So it'll be nice. Just a lot of fun to make these knives sometimes. When I just want to try and go somewhere I haven't gone, you know, just making a knife like free-form forging. Same thing with the handle. It's similar to most of my handles, but a little bit different. Just have to, don't be afraid to ruin the piece. Don't be afraid to screw it up. Whether it's the blade, the heat treat, or the handle, you'll never get any better if you're not willing to take this all the way off the edge of the cliff, crash and burn. You know, if you're not willing to do that, then you're not going to get better. And it's just a knife. It's just it's nothing until it's something. And that sounds really simple, but it makes plenty of sense. So I look at people's knives and I can tell where they're hesitating, they're constipated, they're afraid to move forward. And this is just all raw. This is a very primal, very raw knife. It's wicked sharp. I think as fine as I took this edge was like 400, like a 400 grit belt, and then I sharpened it on the diamond stick. Back here, maybe 120, I think, as far as I went. The wood, I took to 400, and that's it. So you're gonna have a lot of fun just playing with different textures, different belts, experiment, different forging techniques. You know, this edge is set up for heavy duty chopping. And I tempered it at less than 400 degrees. So it's sexy. I think it's sexy. It's a sexy shape, curvy. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. I don't say you guys, so y'all. Yeah, we don't say you guys anymore. We're just gonna say y'all. Y'all have a great day. And don't forget, subscribe, like, thumbs up, leave some comments, ask some questions. Don't be surprised if I go back and answer your question. And if you want to see how to make a knife like this from the beginning, the concept to the end, and all the details in between, get the Forge series. You can watch it anytime you want to. It belongs to you, but it's out there in the nether regions of the World Wide Web, or whatever you call it, the cloud. I don't really understand all that. I know it's there, and you can get it in the description. So do that, and enjoy the video. Maybe you'll learn something from it. I think you will. Have a great day, or you might get cut.